Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax, and I am back with round 21, final installment. This is part 7. So part 7 is going to consist of 3 users. Save these 3 for last. No particular reason, well, except the one in the middle. We'll showcase that one last, but a couple of really cool and unique cards yet again. Different stuff. Definitely different stuff. I think got a little bit of Charizard in there for those who are curious, but there is, in fact, some cool and unique stuff, and I want to jump right into it. So before I start talking about the cards and I start rambling on like I do, I just want to thank absolutely everybody that participated in this particular round. You guys were awesome. 184 different cards, 20 different users. That is the largest multi-user submitted round on YouTube for Pokemon cards, which I think is awesome. So thanks a lot, guys, for throwing all these cards in there, having faith in me to take care of all that stuff, doing all the paperwork and stuff for you, which I definitely don't mind. Getting it returned shipped, taking me a little longer. Thanks for you guys waiting. I know it was delayed, but I think it was totally worth it to have the magnitude of cards that we had. I totally thought this was a fun thing to do. So challenge you guys to beat this record, get past 184. I want to see 200 cards on a round one day. See if we could actually ever do it. I think that would be awesome. So awesome to set goals, and I think that should be our channel goal for the future, maybe next summer, because that seems to be when a lot of cards come in. But hey guys, it's been a lot of fun. Let's get to these cards. I'm going to start over here with Trainer J13. First card he submitted was a Lugia EX Full Art from Plasma Storm. Came back as a Mint 9. Also a Mint 9, Latias EX, Full Art. Latios EX, Full Art, Mint 9. Virizion from Plasma Blast, another gorgeous Full Art, Mint 9. Seeing a trend in terms of the grades. Venusaur EX Holo, Mint 9. It's a great card. Like how the leaves kind of encompass the perimeter of the card. Break away a little bit here from the grading standard and get a Gem Mint 10 in there. A Mega Venusaur EX, very nice. Haven't seen a lot of these come in as a Gem Mint 10. So that's a great card to have. Blastoise EX, Mint 9. Nice card. Going back to the Charizards again. Breaking away a little bit in terms of grade. This is a Gem Mint 10 for Charizard Y. It's very, very nice. Love it. Another Charizard. Flash Fire. Charizard X. Coming in as a Mint 9. The Full Art as well. Mint 9. Seems to be kind of a goofy grade, although how some of these promotional Charizards were packaged were not great. I believe they were coming out of the boxes. I know the corners here looked a little bit dinged. And they do on the back in particular. So this one drops down to a near Mint 8. Getting to the Japanese Charizards. Gem Mint 10 here. And a second one. Another one. And finally, to finish it off, I like how the text is in English on the Japanese card. Gurindive? Sure, we'll go with that. So awesome. A lot of high grades on the Japanese stuff for Trainer J13. Next up, Hellspawn Kitty. Sent a couple of cards. These were interesting. He sent a bunch of different stuff, which I always encourage. I always encourage different stuff. Occasionally, I know, or I alert people ahead of time that certain cards probably won't be graded, but we send them anyway. That was unfortunately the case with 2 cards he submitted. Luckily, he was not charged for them, which means I was not charged for them. So I'm going to just kind of show you these cards real quick. This is a... That's odd. Why does that not have a soft sleeve around it? This is a Dunkel's Turtok, which I believe that's a German Blastoise. It's PSA. Did they really? Sorry guys, I'm going to pause real quick and grab a sleeve. PSA must have taken that out of the sleeve, because anytime I get raw cards, I sleeve them and put them into CS1s if they aren't sleeved for some strange reason. Just to protect that a little bit better, even though it's a card PSA doesn't grade. But anyway, I believe that's a German one. And they don't grade German, I don't think, but they grade French and they grade Dutch, if that makes any sense to anybody, which it does not to me. So I kicked that one out, unfortunately. So no grade, no holder. And this is another card. I'm not real sure what this is. Wow, looks like they were dumb and didn't re-sleeve this one either. Sonja Red is all I know. Flip it over to the back, actually, I could show you. Yeah, Red Sonja. Trading cards. Queen Sonja number 3. So that's very interesting and unique artwork. I'm not sure what TCG that comes from. Well, here's the artwork on the front. That's pretty cool. Really bizarre. PSA took these out of the sleeves and decided not to do anything with them except put them back in the CS1s. So that's fine. We'll spot you a couple sleeves there. That was weird. So no holder grades on those, but he did have plenty of stuff that did come in graded. A little bit I was surprised by, including an error by PSA, believe it or not. I'm going to show you that error when we get to it. But for time being, starting it off with Blastoise EX Holo, Mint 9. Guess I should say half art, not really holo. Charizard EX, Mint 9. The ever popular Charizard. Rocket Sneasel promo. Really cool. I like how the Pokemon is done. The background's rather cool. I don't know who that's supposed to be in the background. I've seen him on other cards. Oh, this is a best of game promo. Best of game promos I do not know all that much about, but they sound pretty cool. Radiant Collection Purloin. Came back as a Mint 9. Thought it was pretty cool. Whole card has a little bit of glitz and glamour to it. Salif, Secret Rare. Came back as a Mint 9. Nice card. This card I was hoping we'd get at 10. I thought it was actually pretty close to getting at 10, but this one only came back as a Mint 9. You can see the Pokemon Rumble label there. I like I said in a previous part, Pokemon Rumble I actually have played before. I think it's kind of a cool game. Gets addicting until you played it for like 3 hours and then you're like, dear sweet God, I want to play anything else. And then this one I really like. This one came back as a Gem Mint 10 and I was super excited about this one coming back as a Gem Mint 10. This is the Mewtwo from Pokemon Rumble. I don't know where you would get these cards from. They must have been some kind of insert somewhere along the way. So I'll have to look that up at some point because I like that. I like the cards that I've seen come out of Pokemon Rumble. For Alligator, Japanese Neo. This one came back as a Gem Mint 10. For Alligator looks awesome. Looks like he's on the attack. It's very nice. Artwork, very simple. Again, with simple artwork comes Typhlosion. Same set. A Blaine's Moltres came back as a Near Mint 8. It's actually rather difficult to see. Come on, focus, camera, focus. I'm just going to get you as close as I possibly can. There it is. There's Moltres. And then when I take it away, it goes out of focus yet again. My camera's so goofy. I need a new one desperately. On one of these days. This is pretty cool. This is a Pichu promo. There's no symbol at the bottom. So it's just a promotional Pichu without a symbol. That's pretty cool. Came back as a Mint 9. A Versus Lickitung. Whitney's Lickitung. Dark Vileplume Holo. Very nice rocket. This one I was a little surprised by the grade. This is a Series 3 Venonat, Vending Series 3 Venonat The Pokeball icon is actually upside down on this one, which I thought was kind of cool. And when this thing isn't in a case, it's actually like super, super glossy. It's one of the most glossy cards I have ever seen. I actually submitted it to a number of blacklight tests in order to determine if anything was stained on it. It was so glossy. Passed all my blacklight tests, but they must have seen damage somewhere. I remember Hellspawn Kitty actually paid for some appraisal work. I was pretty close on most of the grades. I was off on this one. I was surprised. So they must have caught something I did not. But regardless, I think this is kind of a comical card. You see all the Venonats running around getting captured by Pokeballs. So I think that's kind of cool. We had some Yu-Gi-Oh! Come in on this one. Like I said before, he had sent a number of things that were kind of different. This is Magician Girl Show and Jump promo. Came back as a Gem Mint 10. I was hoping this one would because it looks really good. That background is really nice. It's a very solid card. The black looks really good on it. I'll show you this card last. And this was a card he actually purchased from me. I don't know if you guys remember, back a while ago, I opened up a couple of booster box, well, just one booster box of Top Series 1, and this is it. He wanted a Primate from there, and I snagged him one, and she looks great, graded. Came back as Mint 9. They must have seen something with the corners, because the way these cards are printed, they have very sharp corners, not rounded like traditional Pokemon cards, so if anything's going to beat you, it's probably the corners. But aside from that, I mean, it's really pack fresh. So it's a really nice card. It's something unique too. Something else I like about it. I actually have a couple of Topps cards at PSA right now being graded. So I can't wait for them to come back because they look really cool. And finally, here's an error made by PSA that I think is very interesting. Okay, first glance, you're going, okay, it's a Yveltal, it's the half art, and it's Japanese. It even says so on the label, it's Japanese. Well, stop. Look for a minute. Bring up a scan of Yveltal Japanese version. This is not Japanese. The lettering is not Japanese. If you really look at Japanese and Korean, the two languages look crazy different. This is actually a Korean card. PSA decided to throw it in the Japanese category. They probably thought it was Japanese without looking too hard. Easy enough mistake to make. I had actually even told Hellspawn Kitty there's a very good chance they won't grade this card at all because it's Korean, and we've had issues in the past before where people sent in Korean cards and they did not come back graded. So this is interesting. I think this is an error on PSA's behalf, but regardless, he got it graded. Comes back as a Gem Mint 10. So even if PSA said, yeah, we made a mistake, at least you can know it's perfect quality regardless. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty, I know this video is running a little bit long, but I think it's worth the wait. Last user I had submit was a channel that is much larger than my own. The gal's name is Danny. She is Super Duper Tutorials, and she sent off some cards that had some sentimental value, so I really have been making sure I kept my eyes on these, making sure they're in good shape. Thankfully they have come back. She sent some goodies too. So I mean, she sent some really great cards, so I want to showcase those, share them with the world. First one she sent was a Jolteon Gold Star. It's fantastic. Mint 9 Kabutops from E-Series, excuse me, Crystal Kabutops. Another Gem Mint 10 Flygon. So she got a couple Gem Mint 10s out of her. Really, this is the first time she sent the PSA, so that's really cool. Bonds to the End of Time. That's the set. That's a mouthful. A Mewtwo EX, Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Big fan of the artwork myself. A base set Charizard, Mint 9. Followed by something that makes my eyes want to bleed. This is the Legendary Collection Charizard. So much sparkle to it. It absolutely makes me go blind when I see it in the right light. But there's a lot that goes on with it. Mint 9. And we'll get to this last card. This last card I thought was pretty unique. I don't know if it's the most expensive card that has come through on this particular round. I know I've had cards worth way more than this, but this is probably one of the rarest cards I have had sent to me in a while, to say the least. I get all kinds of really rare cards, but this one I thought was pretty special. This is a spiky-eared Pichu promo Puchigami winner. Puchigami. It's an Illustrator Pichu design contest. Illustrator Pichu. There's only a handful of those floating around. I actually don't have a population report number to run with it, but from what I do understand, they are quite hard to come by. So I know Raw Super Duper Tutorials had the card valued around $250. I don't actually know what it's worth graded. I know even at a mint 9 grade, it's still worth more than that. So she's got herself a very nice, very impressive card. So wanted to finish this video off as strong as I possibly could, showcase all kinds of really great and awesome stuff, and I think I've done so in this particular part. So really, guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this past week of uploads, PSA returns. I know this round in particular had to wait a little longer than they should have in order to get the cards returned, but I think it was worth the wait ultimately because we had so much good stuff come through. Really, really happy about that. So, hey guys, thanks a lot for watching, supporting me, supporting the channel, supporting all the users who send. Obviously, I collect cards constantly every single month. Cutoff date is 25th of every single month for PSA sending. So if you are interested, please, by all means, contact me. I have a Skype. You can check it out in the description. It's the same as my username here. It's SilverSnorlax204, all lowercase. Contact me directly. You can try and get a hold of me by PM or any other way you can think of, quite frankly, because sometimes I respond to certain areas, such as Skype. I respond to pretty frequently. PMs, I'm a little up and down. Some people even have my email, which I very rarely respond to. But if you can get a hold of me, guys, get a hold of me, because this is a fun thing to do, and it kind of brings the community together. I mean, this was a huge round. It's largest in YouTube history. It's not just my own channel's history. It's largest in, like, Pokemon grading history. So that's a really cool thing to do, having so many people combined on a single round. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and you guys can look for more content from me coming up soon.